Hello everybody. Today we're going to make our clay faces inspired by African masks. You're going to get some clay, your drawing, and a small cup of water. And first I want you to start off with the basic shape of the face. This one is more longer. So what you're going to do, you're going to use the palm of your hands and your forefingers to work the clay and make it flat. And you can also press it in between your palms. And you don't want it super thick or else it might crack when it dries. And then I'm going to use the tools. We have our stick tool and our plastic knife. So I'm going to draw the shape I want with my stick tool. And then I'm going to use my plastic knife to cut off the extra parts. And then I'll try to flatten it a little bit more. And this is a good thickness right here. And with your cup of water, you can smooth out any rough edges or bumpy areas. All you need is a fingertip of water. If you start getting your clet super wet, it's going to be hard to shape and mold. And it also might crack when it's drying. So all you need is a small fingertip of water. And what I'm doing is I'm spreading the water around and smoothing out my clay. So there's the face shape I want. Now I'm going to start off with my eye detail. I'm going to use my stick tool. Draw out my eyes. You can keep it like that, or you can take your plastic knife and you can scoop out that extra clay. And I'm also, when I scoop, I take the extra clay off my knife, and that helps with keeping everything neat and organized. And now I'm going to fix the shape of my eyes the way I want them to. So you can use your finger, or you can use the stick tool and round those edges out. Dip your finger in water and smooth out all these little bumpy areas in your clay. Okay. With my nose, I think I'm just going to draw that detail. And when you draw with the clay tool, if you have these little bits that come up, just take them off of your clay. So I have some bumpy areas right here where I drew with my stick tool. So I'm going to try to remove them. And then I'm going to add a little fingertip of water and smooth those out. So when I smoothed it out, it closed it up a little bit. So I'll just keep working it. Working it with my stick tool and drawing the details. Okay. My lips, I'll draw those as well. Now I could cut that out if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to keep it like this. But again, I'm going to smooth out any bumpy areas. And now I have my detail on the edges, so I will draw those in. Get rid of any lumpy areas. And use your fingertip of water if you need it. And there's my clay face based on my drawing. Here's some other ones that I made. This is the triangle shaped face. I hollowed out the eyes. For the mouth, I drew the rectangle and I scooped some of the clay out. So this is actually almost to the underside of the clay, and I drew in the teeth. And then I added texture with my stick tool by making little lines and cross hatches. And this one is the oval shape with the pointed chin. I drew my eyes and cut them out with the plastic knife. I drew the nose and carved out some of the clay, but still kept the inside smooth. I used the other side of the end of the stick tool to open up the mouth, and I stretched it out. And then I drew with the pointy side of the stick tool the zigzag detail. And with this part of the stick tool is how I created the dots all the way around its face. And that's how I used that pattern in detail. So here's just a couple examples of some clay faces inspired by African masks.